Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you guys to the weekly True Sacred Union Zoom call on original pairs, twin flames, sacred soul connections. I am Debbie Dubois. It is November 12th, 2023. That is 2023, and that is Sunday. We just passed an absolutely huge portal. And I wonder how many of you are feeling that. It's been crazy. I wanted to start off the call with a few thoughts that I had in the week leading up to this call, and also to share some observations of the energies in general, and also from a sacred counterpart perspective. And then after that, we're going to open up the call for some discussion. So, the first thing that came to me about this week is I've been seeing a lot of new people coming in that are on the catalytic heart awakening journey. They've had their experiences, the twin flame path, and many of them somehow avoided like Facebook groups in the twin flame community, which to me is really interesting. And I wonder how many people didn't connect back then because of the fact that that was the only place to really see each other. And I really wish I had known a lot of you back then. Thankfully, we now have a place where I feel people are being drawn to. For those of us who had like neatly tucked our twin flame journey in our back pocket, there was some serious reignitions, and almost everyone was relieved when they found out that they weren't the only ones. So as I was talking to a lot of my peeps, yeah, we were just like, oh my God, you're feeling that too. Yeah, I'm feeling that too. Uh, Most of the twin flames that I know had been feeling a lot of loneliness lately. Many of us left unhappy marriages or unbalanced marriages to be with our counterparts, only to find out that they didn't show up. And somehow, in the midst of what I would think most assuredly would be just heartbreak, those people didn't break. They flourished, they thrived. And even if they're a bit lonely, they were happy to find their own self-empowerment. And yet there's still like now this sudden yearning for a counterpart. There were a lot of people that didn't go through the typical twin flame journey back in the day, like the ones that we did back in the day. But many are feeling that call. I had a couple people say, "Can I join your group?" Just because I feel like there's someone out there for me. Absolutely, come on in. Some are in current relationships and they just met somebody and they're like, oh my God, what do I do now? I am in a relatively decent marriage. I don't want to blow up my family. So they're having to deal with, these significant connections that they've known their whole life against this new mind blowing connection, and they can't think of anything else. I've seen several people like that. Now, whether you're in a marriage or if you know that you've met your original counterpart, you're either together or separated, whether you're just dating someone, single, um, if you look around you, I bet almost all of you would agree that relationships are just going through turmoil and breakups, or at the very least, people are becoming aware and more conscious of their relationship. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is what's missing. Some people are working on their marriages and starting to open up to each other more. I've seen that too. So those of us who know that the original pair's template of relationship or right relationship is coming back online, we know that this healing is happening at the realm level for all people. And here's what I know in my heart. The forerunners to the shift in these relationship templates, those who have experienced the catalytic heart awakening, the ones that have done a lot of clearing, purging, dealing with wounded patterns, clearing distorted perceptions and blocks to love and false programming. I really believe that enough of that took place so that it made it available to the collective consciousness. And now we are truly being blessed with the restoration of that original pair templates. And it's kind of like, and if several of us have seen this throughout this coming together as a team, we start seeing it rippling out through the collective into physical reality. But none more significantly felt I've got to say that, than by those who endured the pain of that catalytic heart awakening, because we did some real heavy lifting and we can feel the change in the energy. We can feel that reignition inside, and we can feel that something is changing and something is coming. So it is my belief that forerunners have come to lead the way into new relationship models by becoming it. And some of the forerunners did not have to have some of the pattern busting, relationship busting patterns in the same way. They will also be showing the template, the new templates by being that. So we're rejecting the old model now. So even if that means being separated from our original partner, we make the choice to say no, right? We say no to what no longer resonates with us. It's this awakening that's happening inside of us. And now we can help others understand the empowerment journey, because it's a real necessary part of the new relationship. People cannot go into these new exalted states of relationship with codependency and other patterns of imperfection. It just doesn't work. So it's almost like the old traditional relationship has to die and transform. And we had to learn how to take care of ourselves more, because that's the prerequisite for self-empowerment, which is, it's such the big part of self-care. So only then, once we get to that space, are we truly able to be in the relationships, and even in general with relationships that are aligned with our frequency. It's the only way we can do it and be free. So that is what I feel is happening right now. We are walking through it steadily, and we are building up hope for what is to come. So what is to come? Some of us believe the event, solar flash, something big is coming to shift the nature of reality. And it's what Alisha and I discussed on our video on Friday night. If you haven't seen it, you probably want to. It's on my channel, True Sacred Union 222, not the old channel. But I wanted to share some insights that I had about the event since that video. You know, on a regular basis from people close to me, I hear battle weary people, battle weary from the journey, feeling disheartened, saying things like, how can we know that this is happening? Is anything changing? How can we believe that some event is going to happen and change everything? Isn't that a bit of wishful thinking? And that's from people that I consider awake. People like my children, they're just like, yeah, mom, okay, right, whatever. When's that going to happen? Sure, mom. So I would like to suggest this. This is what I've been thinking about. I would definitely like to open this in a conversation once we open the floor up. There's a big correlation to me between the event and death. So think about death, and a lot of people don't like to think about death, but up until now, almost everyone knew we would die eventually. It's just a given. I mean, there's a Doors album entitled "No One Gets Out of Here Alive," death and taxes and all that good stuff. Until the awakening, I think everyone believed it, and that was everyone. Most people on the planet still believe it, although a lot of us don't. So how does the event differ from death?
Hi, this is Debbie Dubois. Thanks so much for watching the preview to my True Sacred Union's weekly Zoom call. On these calls, we come together to discuss all kinds of interesting stuff, and we amplify the sacred connection frequencies. If this particular call sounds like something you would like to hear more of, click the link in the description box for a replay of this powerful 1.5 hour call. I'm making this available for only $2.22. If you would like to join the next live, you can reserve your spot at zoom.truesacredunion.com. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.